Nobody wants to send their kid to Columbus or Atlanta or Charlotte to live with a host family while they chase their soccer dream. I've got two kids. One's a 22-year-old that's going to do a post-grad year at Mary Washington, and a freshman that's going to Mary Washington. And I can't imagine not having my kids in my house, being with them every day, so that whether we walk the dogs, whether we go swimming, whether we go play soccer, whether we go to a dinner together, I just can't imagine how a family would want their child not to be here in Richmond.
I get a chance to make breakfast for him every single morning, and that's kind of our bonding time. And words can't describe how much I appreciate that, because someday, I won't be there, or he won't be there. And so we're living in the moment, and I look forward to that each and every day.
Yeah, so growing up, driving him to practices, one thing I started to miss as he got his driver's license was I always had 20 to 30 minutes with Griffin in the car, and we could talk about whatever he wanted. Well, now he drives, now he's playing on a pro team. You lose that time, but we still have it. Ours is on the golf course. Me and him go play golf, and it's our time to be in the cart and just talk. And for him to be home around his friends or in an environment that he's comfortable with, it's priceless. To stay here and develop is a dream come true.
I guess for me, it's just more about making sure they have that foundation, that family foundation up front. I'm still like Stephanie Garnett and her family. I'm able to get up and still cook him breakfast in the morning, cook him dinner, take him shopping, hang out with him. He's still able to hang out with his friends. I'm gonna be honest with you, when he did leave, that it did hurt me a little bit, because I wasn't able to have him home and just see him grow and develop. Even though he had a strong foundation at the MLS Academy Club, but it was still not it wasn't like having him home.
They're still teenagers, and they're still doing teenage things, and so they still need parental advice, and just little things from getting up, picking clothes up off your floor, to getting up on time, just having parents there still raising their kids.
Well, I think this is where kids should be sent. This is a great place to grow up, and what we're trying to build is a fair environment where we're going to do our best to engage you. I thought the coolest part for me is just watching a second ago, while I'm waiting for this interview, watching Griffin Garnett bang the ball against the wall there. It looks like all the other guys are either gone or in the locker room. He's out there working on his technique, working on his touch. We want homegrown kids to know that this is a venue, and City Stadium, almost everybody around Richmond's been to some kind of event here, which is really cool. So we want to create this environment where, what's your goal? Do you want to go somewhere else and hopefully get a sniff in Charlotte or Columbus or New York City FC, or do you want to make sure that you get on the field in front of your friends, your family, where everybody can come out and cheer you on? I think that's a really cool story to tell.
I missed him, Jason missed him, we wanted him to come back home. So it was a great opportunity. We've seen Landon flourish now since he's been back home. Again, he's sleeping in his own bed, hanging with his friends, and that's what he missed the most part about it. But also he still have the opportunity, even though he's online doing his courses, he still has the opportunity to still interact with some of his high school friends. So that's what's most important. But we wanted to make sure we stuck by Landon and supported his vision, and that's what we're doing today, is making sure that he still has that opportunity. We're grateful that he's with the Kickers, and Kickers offered him the academy contract and then the pro contract. So we're just very anxious, and thankful and glad that he's getting this opportunity.
And to keep him here in his home environment, around his friends, eating at home, being able to hang out with his friends, I think that was a big deal for us. And then obviously, Rob, Mika, Darren have been so welcoming and supportive. It was a great experience.
To take on something very difficult like this with Rob, I'm just really lucky, because we don't agree on everything. And I think that's the best way to have a relationship. We respect each other. I work for him, but he listens to my expertise on the soccer side. I listen to him on the business, and we come together on the life side, and we find a pretty good common ground. You add PhD Mika Elevara to it, you get more intellect, knowledge, and experience, and pretty quick you have a nice little bucket of knowledge that I think we're going to give kids their best opportunity to grow.
Rob, Darren, and Mika have all been so amazing and so generous of their time, and are truly committed to this process and really believe in what they're doing. And we're 100% on board and want to be part of that. The fact that they spend so much time with our kid, with every other player, with every staff member, just really shows how much they care, and that means a lot to me. And they all have families and kids in sports, so they understand that a 17-year-old's brain is different from a 28-year-old brain, and it needs different nurturing. And I'm so grateful for that.
When we came here, we saw more of a Darren would put on, and Mika too. Mika's been fantastic. Like a parental hat one day, coaching hat one day, pro coach one day, and they really get it. Like they're like, we want to see these kids go to their high school prom, go to their, go home, be with their parents, and so they understand the parenting aspect of it, and it's not just pro athlete or else. So we're getting the whole gambit of everything we can get from them.
This is not an easy step to bring in young men playing with grown adults, and to also not defeat them at the same time. I mean, keep them upbeat, keep the culture strong amongst the team as well as the younger players. So, I mean, they truly are walking the walk. They're doing what they said they're going to do, and it's just been impressive.
I also want people to know that we're not giving up on signing Emiliano Terzaghi's and Neil Vignals and Zaka Morans and Pablo Harris. We want to sign high-level players. If we get to the point where we're selling on players the way that we want to, we have the ability to continue to develop, which is the project we're talking about, but it also gives us resources to be able to buy players at the level that Lexington and Madison and all of these other teams in our league do. We don't have that ability right now. That's okay. We are in the development business.
I don't think there is a ceiling for us as a lower division soccer club in terms of what the potential is. Whether we reach that potential has a lot to do with how much of the community gets behind this, because we need everybody. We need everybody to look forward in the same direction for a shared future. If that happens, we can become a team with the Kickers Pro team and the Ivy that regularly wins championships, not just competes for them, but also in doing so helps young men and women pursue their dreams and actually fulfill them.